them, so what's on the wallpaper today? And in Sweden it says also so in my dictionary, what's on the wall, I mean the wallpaper you have on the wall. In Swedish this means what's on the agenda. And it says so in my dictionary that yes, you can say in English what's on the wallpaper. And I was saying, yeah, what's on the wallpaper? Oh, let's see here. A little bit funny. Yes, let's see here the last of the 5 types of metaphors. You can see from all, in all other cases, the arrow goes from the empirical situation to the student or to the researcher. But for this 5th type of use of metaphors, the arrow goes from the researcher or student to the empirical situation. And that means that you study something with the lenses on you. You see through a lens. And now I will give you a little assignment. Let's interpret this seminar as if it were what?
A journey.
No, not a journey. It should be something which is not obvious. It should be as strange as possible. No, not good. Oh, sorry. Should be something very strange. You can't think of anything strange? Yes, here we have it. This seminar as a pen. Not easy, is it? You should interpret everything that happens during this seminar as if it were a pen. Please go ahead. You can talk with your neighbor if you want to. What happens if we see this seminar as a pen? Not dynamite. No dynamite. So you don't think pen is a good metaphor? No? Okay. Why did we take this example? Anyone has some insight from the pen perspective? Yes? Pen is a tool to write, and this seminar could also be a tool to write. Okay? Anyone else?
The word is stronger, the better, stronger, more effective than the soul.
Yes?
Pen is mightier.
Yes. There is something that has happened here now. Because you didn't do as I thought you would be doing. You probably did as I told you. But this was intentional from my side. Actually, I will go back to another metaphor, another picture here. Do you remember this one? Seeing as something. What you did now was to compare, are there any similarities between a pen and this seminar? You didn't. And you said that yes, there are a few similarities, but there are so many differences, so the metaphor is not that good. But this practice, this type of metaphor use, is slavishly following the lens, seeing as if it were a pen, no matter if you think there are similarities or not. See it as if it was a pen. A pen is something fabricated, for instance. This seminar is also therefore fabricated, etc. You would see it in terms of as if it were a pen. Everything you interpret as if it were a pen. The pen example is, of course, difficult because we don't know so much about a pen. We don't have so much images about a pen. But you could, for instance, take another example. We could take the school. What if we saw the school as a machine? Which insights could this perspective give us? And the aim of doing this is to explore new areas and to explore new thoughts and new perspectives. That's the aim of this type of metaphor, which is a very theoretical practice. You would have to know very much about the metaphor, or you could also call it, in a way, a frame of reference that you use. This is kind of a frame of reference, but in terms of a metaphor. Your frame of reference is the metaphor. You could, for instance, we were talking during the lunch break before here about Armageddon, an American movie, where there is asteroid or meteor that hits, that is colliding with the Earth, and they have to blow it away or something. You could use this as a metaphor for learning, for instance. You could use it as a metaphor for dissemination of knowledge, for instance. And then you could follow it slavishly to explore, to give you new insights and thoughts in this area. This is what this way to use metaphors is about. What if we view the school as if it were a parliament? It isn't. But what if we view it as if it was a parliament? Debates. But please don't only see to the similarities between a school and a parliament now. Please also interpret what is not obviously similarities as if the school was a parliament. What would the teacher be, for instance? The speaker. The students would be... Yes? Sorry? Fighting each other. Yes, different perspectives, different political interests among the students, etc., etc., etc. And this might not be the obvious similarities, but it could give you, it could provide you, offer new insights. Here are some further readings about metaphors. Specifically in my own area, there is lots of things written about metaphors in language, etc. But in my area, which is organization theory, organizational behavior, these are my warmest recommendations, especially the two first ones. The best book I have ever read, all categories, is the book called Images of Organization. Gives you a very good overview of metaphors, commonly used metaphors and alternative metaphors for organization, for organizing. Very brilliantly written book. I use it, I am not a friend of those textbooks that are used around the world. I think this is a good book because it asks questions to the students instead of answering all and new questions. It opens up the students' thinking. I use it on the most basic course for my students to open up their thinking. Organization could be many different things. We could use many different metaphors. I give the same seminar as the first